Alright, another strategy here, and this strategy will use fusty and the Tack plus Super Maelstrom. So this is a really good and really known synergy. Both of these towers shoot a ton of projectiles in a short amount of time, so they pair really well with the damage boosts from fusty. Now, unlike other strategies where we're going to be doing a start with a starting tower, we can go straight in with the actual tower that we're going to go into. In this case, we have the overdrive with an alchemist, but because this can't hit camos, I am going to buy a crossbow and a 022 sniper, I think it is, to help out with the camos. So this would be our early game combo, lead in with overdrive plus a small sniper and dart monkey to support. So with that, we're going to be pretty good in the early game. Some rounds can get a little close, but usually it's pretty fine, and if you want to, you can always do a pre-run in challenge editor. So now this strategy is also pretty interesting because a lot of maps are not good with it. So I chose underground because it has the big loop. It's perfect for these not spike factories, tack shooters, but some maps may not be that good with it, so you may not want to use this on every single map, especially like a map like Dark Castle. There's not a lot of options for the second half of the tack shooters volleys to get used, so you probably don't want to use it there. Now, moving on, we need to make sure you get camo by round 42 on the village. You can't beat the camos with just the crossbow and the small shrapnel shooter, so we need to get that, and then we're going to get the other villages to buff it up, and it's going to be very good. Now what I'm doing here is I'm getting 2 spike factories on each side just to make sure that we can survive up to this. But if you're doing this on a single lane map, you only really need one spike, not spike factory. Oh yeah, a spike factory. I am not thinking right. So we get that, and then we can save up pretty much. And these spike factories also are really good because a lot of times you might leak a few balloons, or Pat won't slap something correctly. So that's a very good insurance. Like you saw in round 60, one little thing did get by, so we got that covered. And if we do this, we aren't going to get the tack zone by 63, so we are going to have to change it up a little bit and get a small ice monkey just to help slow down these ceramics. So as you can see, I got one there, and that made everything easy. And then we're going to be getting the tack zone a little bit later, but that's still fine. We have some good insurance spike factories just in case something bad goes later on, and our setup is still good without wasting much money. So we're going to get that, and then the rest of the run is basically going to be free after this. There's not much to worry about, and you can kind of just chill out, use your abilities in the late game, and everything will be fine. While this is going, there's one thing that I want to note, and that is the placement of the tack shooters. Now, as you can see, my tack zone is actually higher up than directly in the middle, and that's because you always want to place the tack shooter below the line, because the area in which the projectiles come out, also low power mode, is different from where the base of the tower is, because the game is actually in 3D but viewed from 2D, so it still has the 3D standard elements. So because of that, you want to place it below the line, which allows more of the projectiles to be used up. So this placement trick will help a lot for when you're trying to beat chimps, and might be what makes life or death. So now after we get Super Maelstrom, you need an MIB. That's very important. And now we're going to get another alchemist to buff it up, and we're going to get some support. So for support, there's not much. I just get a mob glue, unstable concoction, and a few mob presses, and that's pretty much all you need. The strategy does have a lot of damage, and especially if you use your abilities correctly, you can wipe out pretty much everything with just a little bit of support. But to be safe, I get a little extra. So here are the mob presses. We're going to get the unstable concoction a little later on, and that will be good. Good luck and have fun.